Hi, everybody. Laura back again. This is Tuesday Yarn Talk with Laura. Thank you so much if you're here watching live. Thank you so much if you watch it in a replay. I keep my Tuesday lives kind of short. I usually have appointments, but I'm back. I'm back every Tuesday now. I do not have to go to the surgeon for my foot and ankle anymore unless I have a problem. And so far, so good. I have to wear my brace, the big heavy duty brace I have to wear when I'm outside the house. Hi, Colleen. Thank you for coming. And I have a little less professional neoprene brace that I wear in the house because we have dogs, and even though they're only the biggest are only medium-sized dogs, I still don't need one of them running into me or me tripping over one of them and hurting it again. So hi, Cool Gamer, thank you so much for coming. So let's see, I put this StreamYard link up if anybody wants to come up and talk or share any projects they're working on. Hi, Sally Horner. Thank you, Grammy Colleen. Hi, Kathy. So good to see you again. So the link is pinned at the top of the chat if anybody wants to come up and show us what you're doing or just talk. Oh, I'm still working on my Adelia shawl. Just sitting here trying to get this row. It's the easy row and I can't get it finished. Colleen knows what I mean by an easy row, and I just can't seem to get it finished. It's just taking longer and longer and longer, of course, to get around because it is a little more than a half circle, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I just hope I can make it bigger. I really wanted it to be bigger than a shawlette, but the colors are just coming out amazing. Who did I miss? Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, well, that's nice, Colleen. Thank you, Sally. Yep, I was just sitting here working on my double crochet row. Like I said, the easiest row is 2 double crochet in one at the starting one, and then single crochet all the way across, and then 2 double crochet in the ending one. So it's the easy row, and I can't seem to get it done. So I was just working on that. Let's see. I haven't made any progress on my sweater, and I'm carrying it around because I'm going to try and make some more progress on it. My wind spinner, I think I got to the end. I just haven't cut the string yet. So it's got 1, maybe 2 more rows to go. My wind spinner. It's kind of short. I thought they'd be longer than that. So I think the one I do for my front porch will probably be longer. And then I've got the scarf that I haven't done any work on recently because I've had to work on a couple of other things that became more important to get done. So how many did I chain? Oh, 78, I think. Because I did 75 and added 3. No, I think I only added 2. I think I did 77 because I wanted to have a little. I wanted all of the 75 to go to the spiral, and I wanted the other 2 to go to the turn. Yeah, that'd be basically the first stitch. Anyway, hi Oh my, I'm gonna butcher your name again. Zoila. Yeah, I said I was gonna mess it up. I can't remember. Thank you. Uh, yeah, I'll probably try 100 for my big one or my next one. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Hooked by Doneen. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I'm trying to say thank you to all of you. Zola. Okay, see, I knew I wasn't gonna get it right. Zoila. Thank you. Oh, so a lot of you probably don't know or remember because I don't think many of you were here when I started this, but I'm working on a Pebbled Sweater from Expression Fiber Arts. Yes, they're one of my favorite places to get patterns because I get a free one every Friday. And they have other free ones up that are always free too. So this is my Pebbled Sweater top. And I was doing good, but then I kept running into the same problem about every so many, I don't remember how many, but I can't remember how I fixed it. It's like, I know how to do this. So I put it away. This time I'm going to read the directions again and hopefully I'll get it right and be able to work on it a little bit more. I really need to write down how I solve it when I solve it so that I get it, so I can get it on every time I hit that section. Because I really want to get this sweater done. It's, let's see. Oh, here's one. It's Wisdom Yarns Angora Lace is the yarn I'm using for my sweater. 50% fine merino superwash, 20% Angora, and 30% nylon. And it's Universal Yarn, distributed by Universal Yarn, Wisdom Yarns, Angora Lace. And that's probably backwards for you. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. I love this stuff. I got a lot of yarn, a lot of that yarn when it was $2 a ball. Could not pass that one up. I went to make a sweater one day, but it's intimidating for me. Me too. And I thought I had picked one I'd be able to do with no problems. And because it's an alternating, if you can see it, it alternates every stitch. So you get the long stitches, which are the triples or the trebles. And then you get the short stitch in between them, which is a double crochet. It's gorgeous. And I love the gray, the dark gray underneath the pink multicolor, variegated. Yeah, it's oh, it is the right side for you. Okay. Good. Hi, me so crazy. Glad to see you again. I'm gonna do a Cocoon granny square tutorial. Yeah. I was talking to Colleen about that because I'm like, I found this cocoon I want to make. I'm like, would this yarn work? And she's like, oh, I've got that. And she showed me a couple that she's done. And I was like, oh, well, cool. So I haven't started it yet, but I know exactly what I'm going to do now because she helped me understand how to do it, even more so than the pattern that I'd found. Okay. Hi, Sue. Mama Sue. Mama Susu. I almost forgot how to say it. Ugh, I got a crick in my neck and I don't know how. And it started right after I woke up, more or less. Start making your granny square. Big, laugh out loud. Yep. I missed the next thing she said. Where'd it go? There it is. Hi, so much. Crochet hugs and loves to all. I love this sweater. Thank you, Colleen. I'm going to get back to working on it. Like I said, next time I solve it, I'm writing down how I solve it. Hi, Gloria. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming. Colleen, I'm waiting for your cocoon sweater pattern. She'll get it. She says she'll get it done this week. Awesome. And more highs. Very good. Oh, I love the fact that we're all getting to know each other. But that's one of the reasons why I do Tuesday Yarn Talk with Laura. Whoop. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to get back to working on this because it's getting cooler. Although I think today's temperature is supposed to be like 85 or 87, or it's still cooler than 100 and something. Oh, speaking of wanting to hear what you all want to see, I'd like you to make comments either on the work basket videos or this one, because this is where I'm going to ask the question. So you can make them here in the chat too. Don't get me wrong, okay? But I'm also saying it for those who are going to watch and replay. I would like to know if you like the way I'm doing my going through the Work Basket magazine. Do you want me to go into a little more detail? Do you want me to, do you want me to focus on one thing, which is what I originally planned to do? I was going to make one thing, and that way it would be my focus. But I haven't been finding that many things I want to make. I've only found one so far. 79 here in NYC. Okay, yeah, I know it's kind of gray outside. I think the temperature is more humidity than anything around here. Hi, IVV Crates. Thank you for coming. So yeah, I want to know, do you want me to focus more on something like the big pattern of the magazine, or do you want me to talk less? I didn't mean it that way, but I mean go into less detail and just sort of skimming through the magazine. Is the 10 minutes or so about the right length for you? 98 here is supposed to be 107, used to be 110. Well, see, you're higher than me, although I know the heat's coming. But right now we just have the humidity from the rain all day yesterday. And I do mean all day. And it was steady too. It wasn't thunderstorms. It was just steady downpour. Steady, not overly. Definitely not a mist like I'm used to in Washington State. And that was 18 years ago. Oh my gosh, has it been 18 years? Yeah, like 18 years. What's today's date again? The 16th? 18 years tomorrow. I moved from Washington to Iowa. A dry heat. Yeah, I know it is. Dry heat there. It's beautiful in New Jersey. Hi, Daniel. Oh my gosh. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Just popping in to say hey before I head to bed. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I like both depending on what you feel comfortable. As a beginner, I love learning about stitches. Yeah, I understand that. Pretty much everything in the work basket is easy stuff. Some of it obviously takes longer because, blankets and such. But even the knit stuff hasn't been very hard. I mean, I could do almost anything they have in there. As a beginner, okay. Tomorrow is Connie's. Oh my gosh, Colleen's sister's birthday. I do, Zoya. I do have beginning stitches, not just the starting stitches. Single crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, half double crochet, chain. I have all those. I think that's in Let's Learn to Crochet or something. I don't remember how the name is, how I named it now. I wish I was still in Washington sometimes too, Colleen. But I do have the easier stitch combinations. I know my most recent one was an easy V stitch. And I've done other ones that are fairly easy, like single crochet, double crochet in one stitch, skip the next. Simple, easy stitches. That's the ones I have in my stitch book. So go and check those out, Zoya, because those might help you understand and be able to do a little bit more. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know, Colleen. Me too. Kathy. Yep. Oh, hey, Daniel. I didn't see you come in. I think he's probably gone already. I think he was just coming in before he went to bed, but so sweet of Daniel to show up. I know it's let's see, 5 hours ahead of Eastern. So it's almost 9 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock, something like that over where Daniel is. Suzette Stitch. Yeah, I don't know the names. The book I have does not name them, and I think it's because there's so many different names for each stitch. But yeah, exactly. Very simple. I do my stitch book is just simple, easy stitches, stuff that I would have loved to have learned when I was a beginner. But I mean, double crochet is a staple for a reason, and so is single crochet. Excuse me. But I was only doing stuff that had a 1 row repeat or maybe a 2 row repeat. And I haven't gone through all of the ones I want to do. I had to take a break with the foot and COVID and doctor's appointments. And so that's something that I'm planning to get back to is the simpler stitch combinations for my stitch book. Let's see. Oh, and I like the flower. No, star. I think it's called star. Yeah, the star stitch. This one is so fun. It took me a while to get used to it. And you can tell that I sort of have a bowing problem in the middle. So I still don't have my tension right all the way across the row. But I do enjoy this stitch too. It's one I want to put in my stitch book. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Like I said. So I have a special project that I'm making so that I can carry my water cup up and down the stairs because I know that my roommate and my husband are getting tired of having to carry my water cup. I can't carry it down because I'm having to use the railing with one hand and the wall with the other to keep myself steady. And I did do it once or twice, and I was not very steady. So my husband took over the next day, and I was just like, I'm not ready to carry anything in my hands to go up and down the stairs. I probably won't ever be able to again, which is why I'm creating something that will hold my cup. It goes right over it. And then I'm building a strap up top. And I can't remember if I showed it at the Sunday live or not. I was trying to keep it a secret, so I can't remember if I showed it or not. The way it looks, because I'm thinking about doing a tutorial. So she went to the library and borrowed some crochet books. Oh yes, I did the same thing when I started up again because all I knew were the basic stitches. So I did the same thing, Zoya. The star stitch is very pretty. Yes, I like it. We don't have to frog these sweaters. I will wear them. Okay. That's great, Colleen. After you learn that, hop over to my chemo do-rag tutorials and make a free Suzette Stitch do-rag and donate or wear it yourself. Good idea. Hi, Nisi. Thank you so much for coming. And Ivy, yeah, I remember Ivy was here. I did show it yesterday. Okay, I didn't remember. I couldn't remember. Same reason why I have to have an alarm on my phone for every time I have to take a pill because I can't remember, did I take it or not? Okay. Niecy's here. Woohoo! Did you see my email? Oh, okay. Sue asked what we were working on. Yep, I did that. I've covered most of it. All right, since she said I showed it yesterday, because I couldn't remember, this is my, and like I said, or I'm thinking about doing a tutorial on this. Okay, so the bottom of this is the glass. Of course, now I can't think of the word. The glass cover. I did the video on it. I had done a certain amount. Well, I took out the top and I added a couple of rows. Like I said, I'm planning to do a tutorial. And then I decided where it was finished, and then I added double crochets on top of that. So now I'm doing a crossbody strap, which is getting there. I think I'm almost halfway. I think I decided 25 inches was halfway because I used my measuring tape around me to where I wanted it to sit, the closest I could figure anyway. And it was 52 inches, something like that. So anyway, I decided 25. I was going to go to 25. Then I'd be at the halfway point, and then I'm going to do another 25 back down to the holder, the water cup keeper. Well, you've named it for me, Colleen. Thank you. Oh, she wants to see my shawl again. I just dropped my crochet hook again. So more than likely, I'm going to lose another stitch. I just cannot seem to get through this row. Okay. This is my Adelia shawl in Cozy Toes sock yarn with mermaid eyes. Mermaid eyes. Yeah, I think I said it right. And stormy summer, stormy summer, which is the purple and the fuchsia. And I think I'm probably going to have to add a whole bunch of extra rows. I won't know till I get to the next to the last row what I'm going to do, because I don't want to put the shells on until I have it long enough for how I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be long enough, but turns out it's more of a shawlette for me. I'm pretty long, but what, 26-inch torso, and that's from the shoulder or the back of the neck down, more or less to my waist, I think, not my hips. Anyway, I don't think this is quite gonna make it. It's only like 13 inches maybe right now. And I'm almost through with the pattern. So, and Sue says she made hats with the star stitch. Oh yes, please don't forget the thumbs up whether you're coming in or going out. Hi Parsnip, so great to see you. Hi from Joan's channel. Keep smiling, keep creating. Don't forget the thumbs up. Made a hat with a star stitch. Hi, Niecy and Ivy. I called it it called for fingering too. So I don't know it is so small. Oh, it's just I'm such a tight crocheter. That's part of it. It's very stretchy yarn. It's got, I can't remember now. It's got it's not spandex. What's the right word? Good grief. Polyester. It's acrylic and polyester. So it does have some stretch to it. I don't know if it's going to block at all. We'll see, because I am going to buy some blocking squares. There we go. Probably not till the next paycheck though. But that's my plan. I'm going to pick up some. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm still thinking about that. It's either going to be Walmart here in town or Amazon. I don't know. But I don't own any blocking squares. This will be the first thing I've ever tried to block. Hi, Camper 14. So thank you for coming. So thank you. Thank you so much for coming. There we go. Spit the words out in the right order, mouth. Yeah. Hi. Oh, Tina is Camper 14. Yeah. Thank you. I have it written down somewhere. Tina, thank you. This is just cotton. I wanted it to be absorbent since the only thing I drink is water. So it's just water and ice in my cup. And of course the ice makes it heavy. So I wanted this strap to not have too much stretch. And I think I've accomplished that. It doesn't stretch very much. I looked around online. Google is your friend. And looked at different ways to do crossbody straps. And this one talked about how to make it so it doesn't have much give. And there's not much give there. A little, but not much. So I'm trying to get this done so they don't have to keep carrying my water up and down the stairs or my cup up and down the stairs. Like last night, I wasn't thinking and I filled my cup up with fresh ice and water and realized, oh, there's only like 45 minutes left before we're going to go upstairs to bed. Well, maybe it was an hour and 45 minutes. Anyway, not enough time for the ice to melt or me to drink it all. So I just had my husband carry that upstairs and had him switch the cups. And then this afternoon, I had my housemate. She lives with us. I had her switch the cups back so that because I wanted the right one back upstairs again. I don't want to take the brand new one outside and have it fall and hit the cement because that's happened to me the last two of my water cups. And just kind of, I'm like, no, I'm going to protect this one. I don't want it to get banged up and not sit flat on the table. I'm working on my do-rags to donate. I'm copying your crochet pattern. All right. Way to go. I have so many things I want to do. And of course, I buy more yarn, What are you supposed to do when you're told to my therapist? She goes, you need to do things that make you feel confident and happy. And I said, okay. So I said, okay, you guys, husband and housemate, I want to go I want to go check out the sales at Michael's. So I did. Spent a little too much on some yarn, but that's okay. It was on clearance. I think it was only $5.99 and I paid $3, but that's all right. I had to switch out the laundry. All right, Nisi. Chris Parsnip and Tina and Cottonwood Ranch. Oh, did I miss somebody? Cottonwood Ranch. Oh, there she is. Sorry. Cottonwood Ranch is here. Thank you for coming so much. Like I said, donating I have no problem with it. It's just I have so many things I want to do, and that I mean, once I finally get some of my baby blankets built, they'll probably get donated. I'm focusing on my Adelia right now. New here as of 10 minutes ago. All right, woohoo! I understand, Zoya. Let's see. I have a Hobby Lobby and a Michael's here in town, and of course Walmart. I have 3 Walmarts within 20 minutes of my house. And hi, Crocheting with Leanne. Thank you for coming. I still like to feel the yarn too. That's why every now and then I still have to go to Hobby Lobby and just run my hands all over the yarn. Literally, I'm serious. It helps me to know, okay, if the one that I like at this place or that place is like that one, or is the same brand as that one, or is similar, I know how it feels. Okay, I can order that because I like the way it feels. I know it won't be scratchy. So I do totally get that. I totally understand that. And that is one of the reasons why I still go shopping at my local stores, because I have to feel the yarn too. Totally get that. Let's see, who did I miss? Maribel, I saw you come in and I was talking. Thank you for coming, Maribel. Do it makes you happy if you can. Well, I shouldn't have gone and spent that money, but it was mine to do with as I needed, and I still saved some for things that the channel needs me to do for it, not just the yarn. I do so love to touch yarn. The newest Hobby Lobby video, you can see me just touching that one yarn at the end because it's my favorite one of all the ones I got that day. It was my favorite, and I couldn't stop. Let's see, do you ever get alpaca yarn? I went to get a hat, but I went to get all natural fibers. Totally, alpaca yarn. I have never felt before until June, when a very sweet family member, YouTube family member, sent me some alpaca yarn for my birthday. I love it. It is so soft. I am going to make a shawl out of it someday. I think it's going to be my next small shawl because it's fingering weight. But yes, I would totally, if I could, I would do everything in natural fibers. That's just me. Although I do have a problem with wool directly on my skin. I don't seem to have a problem with the Angora wool mix, though. We'll find out once I get my sweater done. But I mean, I can touch it bare skinned, and when I'm working on it, it doesn't itch me. So, of course, it's superwash merino, fine merino superwash. So that may be why as well. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And that is personal preference, I have, my skin reacts with stuff very easily. I react with grass, especially if it's freshly cut grass. I can't sit on it in shorts. I have to lay down a blanket, a very tightly woven blanket. Yes, welcome Cottonwood Ranch. Oh, I thought I got to the bottom. New comments. Okay. New comments below. Oh, I missed some. Wow. Okay. Hi, it's not magic. Yeah, the chat didn't move for me. Thank you. I haven't knit or crocheted with the alpaca, but I have touched it. I did have it against my skin in June before it got too hot, but want to know what the yarn smells like. Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't do that so much in the stores, but I get what you're saying. Sort of like a few other people I know. I do love to smell the yarn once I get it home. I have to be careful with that, though, because people with perfume are smelling the yarn or touching the yarn, then that could cause me respiratory issues. So I have to be careful with that. And usually that's one of the reasons why I wait till it's been in my house for a little while. Okay. Hello. What side do you put the little girl's buttons on? What side do you put little girl's buttons on? Huh. Okay, I'm not sure I can answer that one. I believe female buttons go on the left. That sounds right. Hi, Lisa Grammy Scattered. Thank you for coming. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just I'm so excited to see so many people here. Don't forget the thumbs up, please. Coming or going. Appreciate it very, very much. Let's see. Still got new comments. I'm working down through the list. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I really don't smell yarn either, but do enjoy feeling it. I really don't smell yarn. My thing is the softness. I purchased yarn online once and it was scratchy. Yep, that happens. Now I'm really careful and feel what I'm purchasing. I totally understand that. That totally makes sense. I purchased some because it was on sale. I crocheted with one package of it, and it really hurt my finger. And so then the next package of it, I decided I wasn't going to work with. So I gave that one away because it was just too much. I don't mind the line in my finger from my tension. And yes, that means I'm a tight crocheter. And I've already said that. I don't know how many times, but I've known that for a long time. I don't mind that, but it can't cause my finger to turn red and itch. That's not allowed, because then I can't crochet. I have to put band-aids on it to crochet, and then I don't have my tensions wrong. So, Colleen, do you have a sweater or cardigan pattern? And vinegar can soften it up. Yes, that's true. And we all know that red heart yarn, if you wash it, I don't know how many times I've never washed any of my red heart yarn projects, but it also will soften up over time too. I went to your about page, but it doesn't mention where you are from. Are you in the USA? If you're talking about me, Cottonwood Ranch, I did not put that there on purpose. I am in Iowa. So yes, I am in the USA. I don't buy yarn online too much. Mostly what I buy online is stuff I can't get at my store, like the carry-on cakes, which my store didn't have the color I wanted, or they didn't have and I don't think they didn't even carry one of them last year, 2021. So I had to purchase it online. So, but in that case, I have touched what's in the store. So like I knew with the anniversary cakes, I knew I was okay with it. And then I just got the color I wanted online. So, and then mostly what I buy is clearance. So if it's on clearance at Lion Brand, I love Lion Brand. I love Premier. But if it's on clearance at either one of those two, especially if it's one of the finer yarns, so it's got wool in it or Angora or linen or silk. Now, I haven't seen that go on clearance at either one of them, but I think you get my point. So if it's got more of the finer natural fibers, then I will pick them up without feeling them, because usually it's a good choice. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm throwing up a couple tutorials this week, a Cocoon one and my hexagon cardi. Okay, good. I usually purchase yarn online after I've seen reviews on it from other YouTubers that I trust their opinion. If they say it is soft, then I'm likely to order some. Sometimes that's also the way we do it. Some of what I ordered was because Crystal and Kim both recommended it. That they both said it was soft enough. Others, what you looking for, Sue? Okay. Thank you, Colleen. Yes, Laura, thanks. You're welcome. Colleen, thanks. I didn't know about the vinegar. Does the vinegar smell stay? Okay. Sue says she uses Downy or Suave hair conditioner and it works great to soften the yarn. So that's good. I would probably wash mine a couple of times because the vinegar, I used to I used to do cloth diapers with my kids. So I had bleach and I had vinegar. And I just got to the point where I couldn't stand that smell in my washing machine anymore. Either one of them. Plus, I became allergic to the chlorine. So my skin reacts. I call it an allergy. Yeah, it may not be. It may just be a sensitivity, but still, one way or the other. Good point, Maribel. Yep. Okay. I had to order all the cotton cakes, Karen cotton cakes online because the store didn't carry them. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. So I do a little bit of both, but I am still a touch. I have to touch. I have to feel. Like I said, I will go up and down the aisles at Hobby Lobby and just squish the yarn. I don't even have to take it off the shelf. I just squish it. I like the way that one feels. But because I have allergies, sensitivities, smell problems, uh, mostly fragrance, perfume, and chemicals, I have to be careful. So I probably would just wash it a couple of times myself, and then I use wool dryer balls, and I put a little bit of lavender on them. I don't put it on every time I'm doing something. And you put a couple, 4 drops on each ball, and it smells like lavender for probably 8 to 10 dryer loads. So, because I can't use the dryer sheets because of the chemical. So, throwing up the snuggle cocoon sweater, and that's a blanket with some with some shaping, basically. Okay, I think I know which one she means. Just add it to the wash like you would a softener, right? Okay, the vinegar. Okay. I'm sure, like in my case, if I put it up on my drying line, I have a pull drying line in my laundry room, although it's always left up now and it's always covered with clothespins, and usually clothes that are just up there to dry or things that are up there to dry. So the vinegar smell would go away, especially if I put my fan in there and blew it dry that way. So yeah, she's right about that. Colleen, I'm looking for a nice oversized winter cardigan. It's cold here in Iowa. Okay, Sue, the Mama Susu. I'm going to do the snuggle or the cocoon sweater. That's the one I'm going to do because I want something that I can pull on over, a couple of layers. So if I've got on one of my under camisoles, under a shirt, under a sweater, and I'm still cold, I want to be able to put that other one on over me. So that's why I'm doing a huge oversized snuggle sweater. Okay. Sue, you got to see Colleen's cocoon sweater and the hexagon one. They are awesome. She's working on the tutorials. Hubby is extra sensitive. We have to be careful. See, it's not just me. There are other people in the world. I can't wait, Zoya. I will take the man's sock and tie around my skein of yarn really tight. Even did it with a cake of yarn. It does fine. Oh, what is that for, Colleen? You'll have to tell me because I missed something. Oh my goodness. And I can't say your name, but thank you so much for coming. I'm just going to call you AA, okay, for now, because I I can't process that fast enough. So thank you for coming. Oh, that's awesome. Love having new people here. I'm excited to see yours too. Well, thank you. Yes, it's awesome, Laura. Okay, perfect for that. Yet nice enough you can throw on some leggings and head out. Okay. To wash my yarn if it's too rough. To wash your yarn if it's too rough. Oh, for the yarn. Oh, got it. A man's sock and tie. Oh, okay. Makes sense. That way it doesn't come undone in the wash. I like that. I'm going to have to reread this later. Okay. in order to make it where it doesn't hurt my hands. Yeah, because that was just, I probably should have kept the other one, but I needed a prize. So I was just like, nope. I bought a lot of yarn and then found out that somebody I was going to share it with did not know how to read patterns. And I'm like, I'm not making all this stuff for you. I've got my own stuff I want to do, stuff I want to finish. Plus, I got my daughter's quilt, which is up there on the shelf. You can't see it. And I am planning to show it one day. I'm planning to get it down and try and get it finished because, well, she lives in another state now, and now it's going to have to cost me money to ship it again. So typical of me and my situation. That's a really good suggestion. Yeah. Pantyhose works too. So like an old pair of pantyhose, something that might have holes in it, but isn't too far gone so the yarn can't get out and get free. Just a thought. I know I have plenty of old knee highs. I have plenty of old knee highs where the elastic is shot on them. So yeah, actually, I think I threw most of them away a few years ago. So, wow, we've gone over 16 minutes. Oh, you would love to see the blanket. Well, I'm not going to get it down now, but I will. I am planning to get it down, lay it out on the table, and take my camera and show you what I've done so far and explain it. Like I said, it is a quilt, but I did it so that it's double-sided. I made it big enough to fit her queen size bed, which is now a king size bed. So I'm sure it'll fit that too, because it hangs all the way to the floor on my queen size bed. So, but yes, I'm going to, because in my description and in my original video, I did say that there would be occasionally quilting on my channel because I quilt as well. And I have not done any in a while. I probably won't do it anytime soon because when I'm underneath all that quilt rolled up, trying to sew it, I get pretty warm. So it's not going to be till fall at least. I'm talking October at probably be the earliest I will do it. Let's see, where did I go? Yep, tie up both sides of the yarn. Yep. Okay. I would love to see the blanket. I taught myself to quilt a few years ago, though I now just crochet mostly. We all have, that's so cool. Yeah. We all have pretty much multiple, I would say, hobbies. Think about it. I used to do jewelry. Now I make stitch markers. I make stitch markers to use with my crocheting. I used to knit. I taught myself how to knit in 2010. I knit for 11 years before it just got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I couldn't handle the little cowl I was making my daughter. It's still in a bag waiting to be finished. I just couldn't handle, I don't know what it was. Maybe I have arthritis coming on. I don't know. They get kind of sore and tight, but I quilt. I crochet. I knit. I have plastic canvas. I have a bucket of plastic canvas. I have plastic canvas magazines that I used to subscribe to. I have cross stitch. I have a cross stitch I'm doing that I still want to get finished. It's a hummingbird. Oh my gosh, it's so birdie. Lots of beautiful colors. And I've got one of those containers full of embroidery floss. The jewelry. I have a thing out in my laundry room. A 5-drawer, 6-drawer cabinet that is mostly jewelry stuff. I put in the one I have here in the room to make stitch markers. I put in it all the stuff I wanted to use out of all of my jewelry stuff. I stayed away from the sterling silver wire, the sterling silver head pins and eye pins. I stayed away from the sterling silver beads because all of those will tarnish. And I don't want the stitch markers I make for my friends to tarnish. Okay. If I don't want to sit here and polish a stitch marker, why would any of my friends want to? You just want to use them or just hang them up and look at them like mine are hanging right now. And that's not my whole collection. That's just as much as I have out at the moment. So I think we all understand that we all have more than one hobby, and I'm calling them a hobby, because we learned it at some point. We collected what we needed for that hobby at some point. And in my case, I'm trying to incorporate as much of it as I can into what I'm doing. Not just the channel, but what I'm doing, what I'm enjoying, the things that I love about these different crafts. I am a crafter. I have been since I was in middle school. Okay, back then it was called junior high. I think that's when I made my first. I think that's when I made my first um, quilt. And my mom and I were planning out a quilt, which we got rid of all that material. And she tried to give me the directions, and I'm like, I don't even have the material. What's the point of me having all those directions? I'm not going to get it built. We already got rid of the material. She didn't remember that, so she took the directions, and I'm like, that's fine with me. I like making my own things up anyway. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll start with a pattern, and I'm talking about pretty much anything. I'll start with a pattern, and then I will adjust it. I want to do it like this, so I write it out how I want to do it. So that's why I know that with a little bit of work, I can get you some patterns and tutorials as well. And I'm gonna have to stand on a couple friends' shoulders or sit in their laps while they teach me the stuff I need to know to make that work. But I'm bound and determined that's part of what I want this channel to be, along with other things. And I found a bunch of books that my grandmother had given me. I don't think any of them have to do with crochet, but like I found one that's from 1954. I'm going to share that. I mean, don't we all want to see something like that? How fun, how different. I even found a pack of fun while I was looking for stuff, and I think that one was from my grandmother as well. So, I mean, I've got plenty of other craft things I can share, and because I named it Yarn Talk, I can talk about doing um, mostly any of my other crafts. Now, the quilt that I'm talking about, it's not tied with yarn. I mean, I'm sewing the whole thing. It's totally being quilted on the sewing machine. I'm not quilting by hand. I have the quilt my grandmother made me that is done that way. But I think you get my point, and that's part of why I chose the name I chose, was because I knew that there's other things that I like to do that I probably will bring into my channel, and hopefully somebody else in my family, my group, my friends will like what I'm showing or enjoy just seeing what somebody else has gotten accomplished, because that's part of what we do here. Okay, so it's almost been an hour, and I almost never go an hour. So thank you all so much for being here and coming. Did you like the fabric crochet quilting in that old book today? Yes, there was a lot of stuff in that book I liked. And I'm like, ooh, I have that pattern. Oh, I seen that pattern in one of my books. Ooh, I think I might have that pattern too. So we'll be talking about that more, Colleen. I almost guarantee you. So, see, Zola says, I used to do watercolor paintings, jewelry making. Now I'm crocheting. We are a creative community. Exactly. That's my point. Part of my point. The other part is that's why I chose the name I did. So anyway, thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all so much, whether you watched live or you're watching in replay. Thank you. Thank you. Remember the thumbs up, whether you're going in or out. Appreciate that very much. Nice to have met you too, Cottonwood Ranch. I love you all. Be safe. Bye-bye.